the country is structured not to favor any one of them. It's not structured to favor the ordinary people, the indigenous people of that very contraption. It was structured to favor the British because it was a company right from the onset. A company. And today, you will become, you want to run that same company, you want to stand on that same company, begin to run that same company. Begin to run that same company to uphold the evil agenda of the British against yourself. And you want me to support you. You want me to begin to campaign for you to come into government through a rigged system, to continue to impoverish your people and increase the suffering in the life of your people. You must be mad. Something must be wrong with you. I say it again. Freedom fighting is not praise and worship. It's not praise and worship. It's either you are in or you're out. It's either the system in the contraption called Nigeria is a rigged system. I saw a video where they were showing one of the lawyers, one of the activists, a lawyer, went to court. The way he dressed to the court, he dressed with his traditional wear to the court. I saw the video that was trending on the line, online. A human rights lawyer who went to the High Court with his traditional dress, with bead everywhere, he put chalk on his face. Because the Muslim people have decided to give permission that people should dress anyhow they want to go to school. That you are free to wear your hijab, it's your right. Wear hijab. Any dressing you like, you wear, you go to school. You see the destructive diversity you have in that country of Nigeria. The destructive diversity you have, they try to impose their Islamization on people by all means possible. You are permitting your Muslim brothers to wear their hijab to government school, to public school, forgetting that you are in a secular country. You are in a secular country. In a secular country, yet you are permitting people to wear religious attire into the school. And today you saw the lawyer dressed in a traditional way, which is native chalk and everything over him, he dressed to go to court. So how are you going to feel if you are sensible? How are you going to feel when you see everybody begin to dress in their own in that way? When you see everybody begin to put on their own attire, the way they dress and whatever, how is it going to look? But these people we are looking at, they don't care. All they care is about themselves. Nigeria is not one nation and will never be. The destructive diversity of Nigeria is something that must have to be cleared away by all means possible. The diversity is so much. The diversity is so much. There is no meeting point. There is no water and oil cannot mix. It doesn't matter how you shake it. After shaking it, you leave it, it will separate itself. Water and oil cannot mix. And by the way, I have said it many times that there is nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. There is nothing wrong in having an Islamic nation. We are not against them. Just like Mazin Nanekano used to say in his brokers. Mazin Nanekano, one of the brokers, he said he doesn't have anything against Boko Haram. Boko Haram, they are straightforward. They say they want a caliphate. They want an Islamic nation. They are coming out openly. Look at what they want. So why don't you give them already? Even when they are asking for what they want, the northern governors and their governors have introduced Sharia law in their states. They have already introduced Sharia law and they are practicing it. So what stops you from giving them that Islamic nation in the north? What stops you from giving them Islamic nation in the north? Give them Islamic nation in the north, let them relax and let this very movement end. Then they will focus on that very place to build their own nation the way they want to build it. We, the people from the secular side, can still go and visit if we want to visit. But what we are saying is that you cannot carry us and march us into your Islamic nation. You can't march it. You can't force us into it. You can't force us into it. You told us that the country where the Zoological Republic is a secular state. That is what you said. That is a secular state. But in that same secular state, you have seen people practicing different kinds of law. Practicing different kinds of law. And they've accepted it. Is it not clear enough to show you that the contraption is not one? That is enough reason to let everybody know that the contraption is not one. There are people who are very comfortable with the Islamic State. So why don't you allow them to have their Islamic State on the core north? Those of us in the south that want a secular state, allow us to have a secular state. Let everybody be at peace and protect their border. As soon as you disintegrate this very contraption called Nigeria, you will see the interest will die a natural death and security will return. security will return on its own. That is why we are crying and shouting on a daily basis. And that is why we don't spare. It doesn't matter, even if you are a Biafran and you are participating in this evil enclave called the Zoological Republic. If you are a Biafran, you are participating, you're one of those promoting the evil agenda, we come after you. So don't tell someone else not to speak about somebody. Don't tell him to take it easy on somebody. We will not take it easy on you. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter who you think you are. Those one Nigerian is, as soon as you, no matter the position you occupy in Biafra land, as soon as we find out that your brain is no longer functioning well, we are going to reset that brain for you. We can reset the brain by insulting you to stupor. Maybe that will make your brain come back, because that is the only language you understand. Until you have been insulted, that is when your brain will reset. You begin to think about, why is this young people are insulting you? Since you have refused to take up your responsibility. In a contraption called Nigeria, when we know that they have already caged us. The country is formed, is rigged against us in all angles, in all corners. There is no way you can change the status quo. The only single thing that can change the status quo is separation, self-determination through referendum. Conduct a referendum. That's the only thing that can change the status quo. Why are they scared of listening to referendum? Why are they scared of mentioning referendum? And in fact, referendum is the most peaceful way to settle something politically. When you're talking about referendum, they think, people who don't know, we think that referendum is not war. It is not war. It doesn't cause crime. It's the most peaceful way to settle issues. Just like as they are talking about the election. You go and vote for the referendum. I want to be in Nigeria. I don't want to be in Nigeria. I want to be in Nigeria. I don't want to be. When they come to vote, and the people who say they want to be in the contraption called Nigeria are more, we remain there. We die there. No problem. But after casting the vote, and you see that the majority want to get out of it, let them go. Let them go. We have seen it happening in so many places. Why is it not going to happen in the contraption called Nigeria? Why is it not going to happen? Why are you getting distracted? It's so painful. It's so painful. Distracted. Even the so-called agitators, you go to their platform, they are talking trash. You go to their platform, some of them are gradually changing to campaign of P2B. They blackmail you. Ah, it's your brother. Why are you preaching against your brother? They blackmail you. Ah, your brother. You are not united. What nonsense unity are you talking about? What nonsense unity? If Nigeria were to be a nation, are you going to be talking about my brother or not my brother? You vote, anybody want to vote? I don't have to vote for him because he's my brother. I don't have to vote for P2B because he's my brother. I don't have to vote for him. I will vote for him because of his competence. But go and check the blackmail they are bringing. When you're talking, they say, he's your brother. Why are you standing against? Why would I stand against him? He is standing against me. He is standing against my freedom. He is standing against everything I stand for. So why would I be dancing with him? Why would I be smiling with him? When I know that he has made himself an enemy to me. He has made himself as a hindrance to me. Not until he changes. If he repents tomorrow and begins to do the right thing, of course, we will support him. We will call him back. But as long as he continues to dine with the evil man, he continues to be a distraction. He continues to play this destructive role. We are going to come hard on him. We'll come hard on him. We'll call him out. We'll call him out. See people who have come out, all these churches, so many pastors in the past, you see them, whenever they are losing members, whenever they are losing attention on social media, the next thing they will do is to use Mazen Nandekano and preach. When they preach with Mazen Nandekano, followers will come. Their sins will be wiped away. People will be following them. Just changing, they are chasing trending topic. They are chasing trending topic, just like the movie stars are doing, just like the musicians are doing, just like all those celebrities are doing. That is what some pastors are doing today. Today, you see that what is trending is PVC. The only thing that is trending online today, come and do my PVC in my church. Use my church and do center. Everybody must go and get their PVC. That one has become a trending issue. Once you say it in your church, people will begin to post your church. People will begin to post your picture. Begin to post your church. That is why every one of them is saying it. That is why every one of them is saying it. Once you say, go and get your PVC, you will come to my church, use my church and make PVC. None of my member, if you're any of my member that doesn't have PVC, you will not enter the church. Once you say it, people will begin to share your video, begin to share the name of your church will begin to go viral. You begin to win sympathy. But many of you are the people who have been asking, using Mazen Nandekano for brokers. You have been using Mazen Nandekano to build your platform. You have been speaking about the freedom of Mazen Nandekano. That Mazen Nandekano we are talking about, has he been freed? Has his condition changed? Has anything changed? Has any of his condition changed? Nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. Even when they took their blackmail to Soludo, Soludo took his blackmail. He went and visited Mazen Nandekano. And that very day he visited Mazen was the only single day they changed clothes for Mazen Nandekano. That was the day they changed clothes for him to use our establishment. And Mazen Nandekano, being who he is, we know him very well. We know Mazen Nandekano. On coming the next court, he still came back with that very cloth to show us that that very clothes he was wearing that very took picture wasn't intentional. It wasn't his intention. Mazen Nandekano went back to his dress to let us know that he is still standing firm. He's not changing. He's not shifting an inch. That he's not standing with any politician. No politician can maneuver. No politician can push him around and maneuver him. If you want him to genuinely change your clothes, why must it be the day that your governor went and visited him? That's the day he will change clothes. If they were genuine in changing Mazen Nandekano clothes, why is it that it is the day Soludo was going there? The clothes that people have been begging, asking, the lawyers have been begging, the lawyers have been complaining, allow him to change clothes. It was only when Soludo went there. And Mazen Nandekano gave him a part of thought, and he passed the message to us through his appearance on the next court, the same dress. It showed that nothing have changed. Mazen Nandekano was passing a message to us to let us know that nothing have changed. Everything remained the same. He was trying to let us know that everything remained the same. Nothing has changed. And we must remain firm. If you want to join the brokers, please kindly keep your phone in this way. Do not keep your phone straight. If you keep your phone straight, you cannot join. Keep your phone in a horizontal way. Once you keep it this way, you can be able to join. And make sure you click your rotation. Click your rotation. Put your rotation on. So don't allow them to blackmail you or cajole you. They bring so many kinds of blackmail to distract us, different kinds of blackmail. Some will come and tell you, oh, you are talking against your brother. You are preaching against your brother. He is your brother. Since you don't want to vote for your brother, I will vote for my own brother. Blackmail. And these same people who are telling you forgot that even when Obasanjo was voted in, Obasanjo, the Yoruba people, the Oduduwa people did not vote for him. The Oduduwa people did not vote for Obasanjo. But yet he became a president. So why is that of the South is why is it the problem? Why is that of South is a topic? Why is it a topic? They will tell you that Igbo Biafrans, they don't love themselves. Igbo Biafrans are the one fighting themselves. Life from the pit of hell. I can tell you that there is no tribe in Nigeria. There is no tribe in Nigeria that love themselves the way the Igbo Biafrans love themselves. None. There is no tribe in the contraption corner, no tribe in the planet Earth. I have not even seen any. No tribe that love themselves the way the Igbo Biafrans love themselves. In every ramification, in all angles. Love is not just by mouth. It's not just by mouth. It's not just by saying it. In action. It's in our system. It's in our blood. It's in our system. Helping each other, supporting each other. When you meet your brother in a strange land, it's in our blood, in our system. If anybody is telling that Igbos don't love themselves, don't mind those punk. They don't know what they're saying. Don't join them in saying all those rubbish. Everything you see, every differences you are seeing in Igbo land, it is in every human being. Every human being have a difference. There is nothing that you will see in the life of the Igbo Biafran that is not in the life of every other person. Every other tribe. The one you see among them is even much more worse than what you see among the Igbo Biafrans. But when it comes to us, they will blow it out of proportion. They will blow it out of proportion. The fate of the Igbo Biafrans in that country of Nigeria is just like, if you see the way the Black Americans have been treated in America, that is, even our own case is worse than the treatment that Black Americans are getting in America. The situation of the Biafran people is worse than the treatment that the Black Americans are getting in America. It's worse. Don't allow anybody to push you around and tell you that in family, even in family, there are misunderstandings in family. In families, you go to a family, you see there will be misunderstandings. People will not speak on one voice. People argue. People go on different ways. But that doesn't change their name. That doesn't change them from being a member of that family. They still remain there. When an issue comes, they will come together and solve the problem. When something arises, they will fight it on together. So don't follow them and join anybody that is telling you that Igbos don't love themselves. The most annoying one is when I hear my fellow Igbo Biafrans saying it. When I hear my fellow Biafrans saying it, fellow Igbo Biafrans saying it, that we don't love ourselves. You are a mad person. It is you that is having that hatred in you. It is you that doesn't love others. If you see anybody that is telling you, anybody that opens his mouth and tell you that Igbos don't love them, and that person is an Igbo person, that person himself is the genesis of that very problem. He is the one who hates more. He is the one planting the hate. We love ourselves. We love ourselves, but we don't condone evil. We don't condone that. You did something wrong and we call you out doesn't mean that we hate you. Once you do something wrong, we are going to call you out because you did wrong. That is who we are. We don't hide evil. We don't hide evil. We call you out. Even while Mazen Nankano was with us, Mazen Nankano say it time and time again. Mazen Nankano doesn't support any criminality. He doesn't support any criminality. He doesn't support any criminality. Mazen Nankano does not support any criminality. He doesn't support the killing of innocent person. It doesn't matter their tribe. As long as you're innocent, Mazen Nankano doesn't to support the killing of innocent people. He doesn't support the killing of innocent people. Why he was the ESM was created to fight against the terrorists in the bush. If Mazen Nankano was telling them, come out to the city, rent a house, do your business and go back. You are free to live in Biafran land. Come to the city, rent a house, pay for house rent, join and develop, do business the way other people are doing. After business, you go back home. Don't go to the bush and stay in the bush. Don't go to the bush and stay in the bush. That was the message of Mazen Nankano. He wasn't fighting against innocent people. That is why today, when they brought their blackmail of the unknown government, it was dead on arrival. Every blackmail they bring against Mazen Nankano, against IPOB, against Biafran people, they are all dead on arrival. Before they do it, Chukwu Okukabia will destroy it. Check, go and recall from back. All the blackmail they planned against IPOB, all the blackmail they planned against Mazen Nankano, all from A to Z, they backfired. Every single one of them backfired. Initially, they started, first of all, with Hope Uzodoma. They started with the breaking of the prison during NSAS. They started from NSAS. They wanted blackmail Mazen Nankano. They said IPOB went and broke prison. They went and brought people out. That was the first blackmail they brought. That IPOB before, that was when they were started, when we are trying to form this unknown government. That IPOB went and broke prison and brought out prison. And it was IPOB that, even before investigation, the IG have already made a statement that it was IPOB. But Chukwu Okukabia, being who he is, clear the mouth of Hope Uzodoma, open Hope Uzodoma mouth to vomit. Hope Uzodoma opened his own mouth and vomited and said that the people that broke the prison are not members of IPOB. He said it clear. He said that if they are not even Biafrans, that they saw them on CCTV camera, most of them were not even speaking Igbo. Majority of them were not speaking Igbo. They are not from the state. Mazen Nankano was vindicated. IPOB was vindicated. ESM was vindicated. They were not satisfied. They went ahead again to go and kill one of the northern leaders, Gulak. You remember when they murdered Gulak in Imo State? They killed Gulak in Imo State in order to frame IPOB, to frame ESN. It was ESN that killed Gulak. But the way Chukwu Okukabia is doing his wonders again, Chukwu Okukabia vindicated IPOB. Chukwu Okukabia vindicated IPOB. They came again and began to confess by themselves that it is a political killing. The politicians begin to attack themselves. They were the one that killed that man. Today, are you still hearing about Gulag death? But initially, when it happened, every suspicion is IPOB. IPOB could kill Gulag. But when the information began to come out, you saw it was his fellow politicians that took his life. That one did not fly. The propaganda did not fly. They went and began to bring the unknown gunmen. They equipped the unknown gunmen to begin to kill innocent people. Even while they were doing it, Mazen Nankano in his book has said it time and time again that he doesn't have anything on known gunmen. He doesn't have control over them. He doesn't communicate with them. He doesn't know anything they are doing. But they are fighting the same enemy we are fighting. It's up to them. Since they are fighting the same enemy we are fighting, they are not fighting IPOB, they are not killing innocent people. That is up to them. Mazen Nandekano said it time and time again that he is not with them. He doesn't have control over any unknown gunmen. He doesn't have anything to do with them. But they didn't stop at that. They continue to push the propaganda. They said it's IPOB, it's members of ESN. They begin to push the propaganda, begin to commit all crime. But at the end of the day, Chukwu Okabiam again delivered IPOB and Mazen Nandekano. The unknown gunmen that were captured in action, where they're in operation, was a member of DSS. A member of DSS, they saw his ID card. Again, IPOB was vindicated. ESM was vindicated. Mazen Nandekano was vindicated. The ones that were caught in action where they were fighting and fighting against the military, they saw them. They have all Fulani charm in their waist. Fulani people life. Fulani people life in Anambra State. That blackmail died a natural death. Today they're not talking about unknown government anymore. That one is dead. They're no longer accusing Mazen Nandekano or IPOB. They have come down a little bit on that one. This is the political talk they formed themselves with the group that they formed by their own self. The politicians formed just to demonize IPOB. That one didn't fly. They went ahead again. They went and brought Seludo because they saw that Seludo was making a case for Biafra. That Seludo have spoken about Biafra in the past. Seludo have made so many videos about Biafra. Seludo was passionate about Biafra. They went and brought Seludo to use Seludo to calm us down. That was under blackmail. They brought Seludo, used Seludo to blackmail us and tell us that Seludo is the Messiah. Seludo is going to do this. We should follow Seludo. We should join Seludo. And we are watching them. We are watching them. Some people, some ignorant people begin to join them to preach Seludo. But the hardcore members, the hardcore, those who know that it is all a fraud, they refuse. Someone like Mazu Simon Ekpa. Mazu Simon Ekpa never supported anything, voted in Anambra State. I myself, I was broadcasting and saying, no election in Anambra State. We are shouting. We are shouting and shouting on top of our voices. No election in Anambra State. They say we are causing problem. Why will you say that no election? That we should allow Seludo. If you don't allow Seludo, this will happen, this will happen. Finally, they brought Seludo. When they brought Seludo, the first thing Seludo did was to begin to attack Biafra. That Mazen Nandekano he has talked about. That Mazen Nandekano he used to make campaign. That Mazen Nandekano he has spoken. That Biafra he has spoken. He forgot about that Biafra. The first speech was making is to stop sit at home that was meant to release Mazen Nandekano. He started fighting the sit at home by all means possible. He began to go against Biafran people. Seludo went and visited prison and promised that he was going to release prisoners who are being held there captive. Many people you saw that place are members of IPOB who has not committed any crime only because they were fighting for Biafra. Up to today, none of them have been released by Seludo. I didn't see any one of them released by Seludo. That wasn't enough. They used Seludo to blackmail. Before you know it, Seludo began to rise against Biafran people. Begin to call us names, begin to call us hoodlums, begin to call us criminals. Even when he knows that it is his own fellow politicians that are forming those gangs. Before the coming of IPOB, there have been criminality in Anambra State. There have been criminals everywhere. Criminals have been existing even before we started our struggle. Criminals have been existing. Evil men have been existing. Even in any election, every election in the country of Nigeria, any election, there is always all those political talks. Political talk have been existing from time immemorial. They have been there. All of a sudden, they begin to change their everything. They want to blame IPOB. They want to blame IPOB. They want to blame IPOB. But Chukwu Okabiama destroyed that very one, decimated it. They didn't stop. They went, they used to Seludo to go and visit Mazen Nandekano, go and visit Mazen Nandekano. After visiting Mazen Nandekano, they take their picture, they show us picture, after showing many pictures, so that people will come down. For where? Biafrans know what we want. The followers of Mazen Nandekano, what we want is Mazen Nandekano to come out, go to Afaruku in his father's house and make a broadcast. Go to Afaruku and make a broadcast. That is what we stand for. They tried and tried. They couldn't stop us. They could not stop. They played that last card. When Seludo visited Mazen Nandekano, hug him and show us some useless video. They showed us useless pictures. All those pictures to deceive us. Mazen Nandekano came the next court and passed the real message. I am still wearing the clothes I'm wearing. Meaning that Mazen Nandekano is still standing for Biafra. Mazen Nandekano wear the same clothes, that same old clothes, showing us that I am still where I am. Don't mind what you're seeing. Mazen Nandekano doesn't need to speak. When you see him appear, anytime you see him appear in court, watch very well. You get an information. He doesn't need to talk. He has been talking for more than a decade. Anytime Mazen Nandi can appear in court, you will get a new information if you are smart. After Soludo played that card, they saw that everything had failed. They cannot use Soludo to manipulate us anymore. They got tired. Then it was the sum of P2B. They saw that P2B have some kind of brain. He has some kind of intelligence. He has some kind of credibility. They went and took P2B to run for president. They took P2B. The next thing they took him to London. The next thing they begin to hype him, hype him. Before you know it, P2B become the reigning thing. Even though they know that P2B is not in a winning party. She's not in a winning party. They know very well. Even P2B himself know. In one of his interviews, in one of the audio interview that we are making, asking, when they interviewed him in one of the interview they gave him in one of the radio stations, he said it in one of the radio stations. He said in one of the radio stations that he's in Division 3. He was given example of divisions of play. You have to move from Division 3 to Division 2, from Division 2 to Division 1. And he is in Division 3. How can you win a World Cup with Division 3? You have to first of all come for Division 1 before you can be able to play Champions League. You come to Division 1 first. But P2B confessed in that very place that he is in Division 3. That means he has not yet started. He has not yet started. If there's one other video I shared on my platform that somebody was saying that P2B should wait for another 10 years. That the Nigeria is not ready for him now. They're not ready for him. That it doesn't matter how many youths that will follow him and pulling crowd, he's not going to get away. And he himself knows about it because he's intelligent. He knows. He knows. He knows that he's not going to get anywhere. But all of a sudden, you see him trying to cajole us, trying to bring down the struggle, trying to make us lose focus. And he wants us to keep silent and begin to watch him. He wants us to keep silent and begin to look at him. We can't keep silent and begin to watch him. We can't keep silent. So if you know you are not ready to fight for the freedom, give way. Give way. Freedom fighting is not praise and worship. Freedom fighting is not fellowship in the church. It's not like fellowship. In freedom fighting, you have to shake every stone. Every stone, you have to shake it. Anything that's standing on the way, you push it down. Be it your father, your mother, your friend, your benefactor, your brother, whoever it is that is standing in your way for freedom, you push that person off. Freedom fighting is not praise and worship. And it is not compulsory that every one of us must get involved. If you cannot be able to withstand the pressure, stay aside. Stay aside. Don't distract others. Stay aside. When Biafra come, you're welcome. Come into Biafra and celebrate with us. Come into Biafra and celebrate with us. It is not all of us that will go and fight for. Few people are going to fight for the Biafra and they will bring it to the majority. All we need is your support. Even if you cannot support, keep your mouth shut. Don't be a distraction. Where you are going to get it hot is when you become a distraction. If you become a distraction to the struggle, you get it hot. I trust my brother Simon Ekpa. When he hears you, when he notifies you, you're not going to like it. Just like the Reverend Father that just brought himself out. That Reverend Father that just brought himself and begin to mention the name of Simon Ekpa, telling him to retrace his step and stop talking about P2B. You don't know what you're putting yourself into. You don't know what you're dragging yourself into. Tomorrow you say you are being assaulted. Tomorrow you say you are being dragged. Why don't you face your clergy work? You have used Mazen Nandekano name to get followers in the past. You have used the name of Mazen Nandekano to preach and get followers. Are you not satisfied? Today, that same man who used his name is still in captivity. Nothing have changed. Everything still remains the same. Everything about him remains the same. He is still in solitary confinement. He has not even been released and taken to prison. With all the visit of Salute and whatever, he has not even been taken to prison. He is still in solitary confinement in the DSS, still wearing the same clothes, still facing torture. And you are here telling me to stop talking about a distractor. You are here bringing your mouth to tell us something about it. You must be sick upstairs. You must be sick upstairs. You must be sick upstairs. You can never change the status quo. Freedom fighting there's a way to fight for freedom. And when you are fighting for freedom, you leave no stone unturned. Anything that is standing on your way, you push it down. That is how it is. That's how it is. It's not praise and worship. Those of you pastors and reverends, you are very good in your praise and worship in the church. Focus on it. If it is prayer, you are very good at prayer and continue to do it. Don't bring yourself out to the social media to compete with us or begin to challenge those who are shaking the foundation, the evil foundation. You are challenging somebody that is shaking the evil foundation that you cannot be able to shake. Even one of you who claim to be spiritual, still yet, you can't be able to shake the evil foundation that is holding everybody captive. The evil foundation of the caliphate, the evil foundation of that contraption, that zoological republic that is holding every indigenous tribe captive. You cannot shake it. Now the people who are working with reality, who are shaking it, you are still coming to put your mouth in it. You are still coming to your mouth to come and distract them.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You go everywhere. We must continue.